Today, I want to talk about using AI in your spiritual flow. Now, it's starting to become a hot topic in metaphysical and spiritual communities about using AI and the authenticity with that, as well as, is this karma correct to do this? And what I'm often observing in these interactions in which we discuss this idea of, is AI okay to use and is it not okay to use? Um, I'm seeing a lot of aggression and hostility that almost as if the whole reason we do the practice is like completely dissolved. Um, you know, those will have their beliefs or you know, their their frameworks they stick to that will say, using AI is not moral. So today I want to talk about how, you know, we're all aware how AI can be used to not have an authentic, you know, spiritual flow. And that would be, doing research through AI. It's no different than doing research through the internet where you're getting your information from is going to be biased where that information came from. So you got to do a lot of research to discern an objective truth if there is one, right? So that tends to be people's problem with AI because AI is, I guess the gimmick in quotations is that it will rapidly give you, in quotations again, the truth. And so when it's kind of led that what it's saying is the truth, that the person at the keyboard using, the chat bot, whatever, will be or can be misled or misinformed. And that would be like really against the sacredness of spirituality. And I think that's where a lot of the strong opinion comes with it, uh, which, you know, I guess it is a reasonable concern, but I have some points to make with this, and against it. So, you know, um, it's easy to forget that a lot of our, infrastructure we rely on passively isn't very karma sound. Um, think about how many products are in your house that don't have inherent good intent into how that product was produced and put in front of you, right? Um, that when companies and corporations and whatever are doing something, they will cut corners for maximum profits because that's how society is structured. So as long as they don't get in trouble, they will, they'll do the step that gets them the most amount of money. Uh, so everything that is produced and even the infrastructure uh, deals with this issue and where actors will um, have their own motives and they're supposed to be providing the infrastructure or service or they create it or they even market it and um, and maybe that it creates like environmental issues or other unethical issues relating to, you know, how it's ran and produced and whatever that is. So it is often brought up in this conversation pretty quickly. This is usually the first point that a um, person will make when they're talking against you about AI. They will tell you that the AI and how that works is that it's consuming water and it's wrecking the environment and it's creating an energy crisis and all these other things. Now, I can't say how each AI company is running their stuff and like on each ethics. I haven't had the time to research each one, but I do know some of their concerns because that is very real that some of these companies are pushing it to another level where they're being really aggressive and they will continue to be aggressive if you don't stop them, like such as like Elon Musk with X, um, and his AI thing, the Grok. Um, th- that's been covered a lot. You can go do your own research on like Memphis and the AI stuff, but essentially they're they're poisoning the air and and they're sucking up the water out the ground. Apparently, that is the understanding I have. Now, you might ask me, Luna, how can you agree with that? Um, I don't agree with it. See, the problem is that society works this way everywhere. So we're seeing it scaled up in a certain part of itself because there's no regulation. So we're all seeing the effects of there not being regulation properly for that. As a society, we're missing the metaphysics to do everything efficiently and correctly. And if you got too much power, do you like are you misaligned? Do you abuse it? You know. So we have all these factors going on, and the people at the top don't use that to like make society productive and make it like an engine. Rather, they're projecting their own biases, so their own biases like do stuff instead of there being objective, society doing stuff. And that when you have anything, it's mishandled when you don't know how to handle it correctly. All they know is to project their biases. So with this AI thing, I believe, like how I believe there's enough abundance for everything. Like there's enough abundance to feed people. There's enough abundance to house people. There's enough abundance to like give medical care to everyone and it not cost anything. It's like a false scarcity. It's like a narrative imposed to have power over you. And that everything in which costs resources and stuff, it's like an engineering problem to figure out how you're going to, you know, you know, make water or cool or have enough energy. Is that there is a proper solution to handle this stuff, but instead it's being, there's shortcuts and corners being taken because there's more profits to skip that step until it's imposed upon you. So until they're made to do it, it's not going to be done that way. But that's true for every infrastructure. It's not inherently about AI. It's about, the way we conduct ourselves and how we think about society and then the people who should be doing stuff to society, like 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 enriching it because they have the pools of wealth, they're deciding not to, and they're deciding to do, the action that doesn't, foster the environment. So with that said, that's my opinion on the environmental stuff is that the karma can be converted from that. AI is not inherently bad karma. It's that, the people who dispense us anything down to our food has negative energy in it. I can go buy any product in the store and what percentage of what I'm going to buy is produced by slave labor or other unethical material sourcing or whatever. Like it doesn't it's kind of arbitrary to tell one person that their thing is worse when probably the device you're listening to this thing on is derived from some type of slavery where they mine the minerals for the device. Like it's very possible. So with actually using AI with your spirituality, it's literally valid. It's as valid as anything else. I mean, it's a tool. It's like, you got to use it the right way. I would suggest someone not, let AI tell them what it is, right? There's a difference between aggregating information with it, right? And then letting it come up with ideas and then telling you what it is. Rather, you should have it aggregate your own ideas, specifically tell it, fuck off, don't think of your own shit because this is not what your job is. Your job is to listen to me and help me arrange my models because spirituality is a very like personal thing and I want you to like organize my shit, not put your own thing on it. And AI does work good for that. And then, you know, um, and then the next thing is like, you could have it research outwardly, like you come into a new metaphysical concept and you've never heard it before, you can ask ChatGPT or whatever to look it up, and then you can ask it, well, how does it relate to this, and how does it relate to that, and how does it maybe relate, this idea is similar to this idea, and the AI will, again, tell it not to fucking come up with its own shit. And you can like double check, that the sources it's coming from, or at least like write its own like language of itself. But you can kind of like start seeing patterns and everything by using it. It's not bad at all. The AI is technically probably going to make you smarter with it. And if you're like someone who does divination, what is divination? Divination is like reading pattern and randomness because everything that appears to you through meaning. So if you're creating through AI and then you're intentionally working through it, you're you're almost like metaphysically you're like tapping like a different type of potential that other people can't even do if they won't like have the realization that they can directly interface with fucking randomness that the fucking people can't even quantify. And then you create through it, like you show your soul through it, and then the thing that comes out of it, people will tell you the thing that you spent fucking like so long making with AI was so easy to do. They're like, oh well, it was just AI. Well, my answer to those people is, well, you go fucking make what I made. And they won't, and they can't make what I made because, it took time. I didn't fucking open the computer screen, type 5 words in it, and click the enter. That's not how the shit came out. It was like a delicate process, and some of these ideas I have I refine over like hundreds of hours and then come back to it and then like adjust it and decide I don't like it this way. And then I go live my life in real life, and then I come back and put it through the AI to aggregate and like create like a data sheet and go share that with people. It has less to do with that the AI is coming up with anything. It's surely fucking not. It's just helping me do like my admin, my tracking of the ideas, and like it could, source you out to other things. It can be good for research. It really sucks when people tell you that AI sucks for research. I, I have to keep bringing this up with people. Before AI, everyone used to say that the internet, if you got all your information from the internet, you're an idiot. The flag has been shifted to now it's just AI, and everyone else is the top tier researcher, independent. You get what I'm saying? Like it all makes like no sense, and it's like so absurd. Um, so. And I also find that ChatGPT is no more or less inaccurate than talking to another random person that will say something as if it's truth. And if you go double check what they said, like after the fact, even people aren't even as correct as AI. And we're like criticizing it so much because it's not flawless like a god and perfectly like it gets everything right every time. I'm not sure we could fucking handle the ego if it could, because I think we would take it as a personal attack almost. And that's where this shit is also funny, because I be watching these people who are supposed to like be in tune with their spirituality, but they're screaming it at me. So I'm watching their whole like framework of what they believe and say they believe dissolve right in front of me with the one challenge that triggered them. Like I think you guys need to go, like, you guys who are mad about AI need to go like breathe and relax and remember your fundamentals to how your spirituality works. You don't need to be getting triggered over it. You just gotta breathe and relax, go meditate, clear your mind, go focus on something else. Don't focus on things you don't want to focus on. That's literally like the smallest part of it, but the most crucial part of all of it. So, this is where I'm gonna close this one out. Uh, I hope you guys will check the links out in my fucking my description. I hope you'll fucking check out my other videos. I hope you'll, go to my website, check out my my fucking my album, Matrix Seraphim. It's streaming on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, whatever the fuck, dude. You can even buy it, but I don't want people to buy it unless they actually fuck with me. So if you don't fuck with me, don't buy my shit. I don't want your money. Go away. See ya. Join the Discord. Goodbye.